Greetings citizens of the world. Russia kills 3 CIA spies after most powerful bomb in world obliterates ISIS command bunker. A grim new Ministry of Defense, MOD, after-action battle report circulating in the Kremlin today states that a special weapons attack conducted by the Russian Air Force, AF, in the Deir ez-Zor governorate of Syria completely obliterated one of the Islamic State's, ISIS/ISIL, Daesh, most critical command and control centers, killing over 40 of this terrorist group's leaders, most importantly being the U.S.-trained ISIS Minister of War Gulmurad Khalimov, and who was killed along with 3 of his American Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, handlers, with eyewitnesses to this event describing an atomic bomb-like explosion that could only have resulted from the use of the world's most powerful bomb, known as the father of all bombs. The use of the MOD in this report of the words special weapons attack, combined with these eyewitness accounts of its being used, is a clear indication that Russia, for the first in its history, dropped their feared aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power, ATBIP, aka father of all bombs, that they first demonstrated in 2007, and that is 4 times more powerful than the United States' mother of all bombs and creates the largest non-nuclear blast ever known, and whose fearful effects are described as, the main destruction is inflicted by an ultrasonic shockwave and an incredibly high temperature. All that is alive merely evaporates. ISIS leader Gulmurad Khalimov, this report explains, was the commander of the Interior Ministry Police Forces of the Republic of Tajikistan, who received his battlefield training from CIA advisors, and who, also, during the Obama-Clinton regime, was sent to the United States on several occasions to receive special counterterrorism training through the U.S. State Department's Diplomatic Security, Anti-Terrorism Assistance Program, and that after this training was completed, was sent by the CIA to become ISIS's top commander in Iraq. In February 2016, this report notes, the CIA evacuated Gulmurad Khalimov and other top ISIS leaders from Iraq before Iraqi military forces could capture them, with one top Iraqi official at the time stating, "We have compelling evidence that a U.S. helicopter landed in Al Buarim Palms of Fallujah city to take out the ISIL leaders who were in contact with the Americans." After being evacuated by the CIA from Iraq, this report continues, Gulmurad Khalimov and his subordinate command structure took control of ISIS operations in the Deir ez-Zor governorate of Syria, and who, since 26 August, was working with the CIA to evacuate ISIS leaders from there too, with military and political professionals in Syria stating yesterday, amid successful actions by Syrian government troops in the eastern part of Syria in late August, a number of field, ISIS, commanders backed by U.S. Special Services, had been promptly evacuated from Deir ez-Zor to safer regions in order to use their experience in other direction. On 4th of September, this report details, the MOD presented a findings and options document to President Putin that contained a warning stating that unless stopped by immediate action, the CIA and Gulmurad Khalimov would be successful in evacuating ISIS leaders from Syria like they had done in Iraq, and that further mentioned that, at least, 3 American CIA operatives were always present with this ISIS terror leader. Though not explicitly stated in this report, the MOD does allude, suggesting it to the fact that, on 5th of September, President Putin either attempted to contact President Trump or was rebuffed in his attempt to do so in order to discuss this grave issue, and could very well explain Putin's terse reply later that day after he was asked if he was disappointed in the American president replied, "He's not my bride, and I'm also not his bride or groom." In any event, this report notes that President Putin, on 6th of September, authorized the successful special weapons attack to be conducted against Gulmurad Khalimov and his ISIS confederates, regardless of nationality, with Kremlin military expert Igor Korchenko, English, further stating, "It is President Trump who must comment on this and declare clearly, either the evacuation of the Daesh, ISIS, field commanders was authorized by him personally and he assumes all political responsibility for this step, or the U.S. Special Services acted without his approval." Upon the obliteration of ISIS leader Gulmurad Khalimov, his CIA handlers, and other top terror leaders, this report continues, Syrian authorities were able to notify the United Nations yesterday of breaking the siege of Deir ez-Zor, but with the Americans not mentioning the loss of their 3 CIA operatives, as the policy of this U.S. spy agency does not confirm when its personnel are killed in action. Instead, it adds an anonymous memorial star to a marble wall at its headquarters located in Langley, Virginia. To what retaliation against Russia may be conducted by the U.S. in retribution for the loss of their CIA operatives who were aiding the escape of ISIS terrorists in Syria, this report concludes, was considered by Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova, who is contemplating an American false flag action against Russia, and who is not ruling out the possibility that U.S. spies currently on the premises of the Russian Consulate General in San Francisco may plant compromising documents against Russia there for the purpose of whipping up a provocation, and just hours ago further stated. It looks as if the American intelligence agencies are trying to organize an anti-Russian provocation and may even plant compromising material in the building or discover them somehow in the future. Because we don't have the foggiest idea of what they are doing now. Special equipment has been installed, and some works are underway, and no one is talking about this to anyone, of course.